Hi everybody, it's Mallory Smythe with Endow. Growing up, I always found myself asking harder questions about faith. I really wanted to know the nature and character of God, and I wanted to understand why we believe the things we believe as Christians. And so I would ask questions like, how does God know everything? Or why did Jesus have to die for our sins? How did God become a man? Why do bad things happen to good people? And so often, people older than me would answer these questions with, it's a mystery, or just have faith. And I remember feeling like those answers were so insufficient. I knew that there was a middle ground between 100% blind faith that was not grounded in reality, or a faith that was so grounded in reality that it left no room for the mystery and the greatness of God. And as I got older, and I started to develop a Catholic worldview, I started to understand that there are good answers for many of these harder questions, and that we can reason our way through much of it, but not all of it. It can only get us to a certain point. This week, I've been reading through our Endow study, Mother of the Redeemer, and I've been praying about the faith that Mary had when the angel Gabriel appeared to her. Right? And the angel Gabriel appears to her and says, "Hail, full of grace, you're going to miraculously become the mother of God." And she says, "How can this be, for I have not known man?" Right? She's saying, "Can you give me a human reason for this?" And then the angel responds, "With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible." He's basically saying, no, I can't give you a human reason for this. It's simply that God is great, and so Mary, it's a mystery, and have faith. And then Mary, in her humility and in her goodness, responds, "Be it done to me according to thy word." Right? She enters into that mystery regardless of the fact that there's no reason that it should be happening. And then as she goes to visit Elizabeth, she is blessed as she who believed. Right? She is blessed as the woman who could have that faith when there were no human reasons. Right? Faith is meant to be built up by our intellect, but at some point, we just have to stand at the edge of mystery, of awe and wonder of who God is. And that's the example that Mary set for us. As I was reading through this study, I came across this paragraph that really explains the relationship between faith and the intellect. It says, "Faith does not paralyze the human intellect, but empowers it. It reveals unlimited horizons to the mind and moves it to look deeply into God's mysteries. In this sense, we believe in Jesus, but we always want to know more about him, to better understand his words, to experience him, and to see him." Faith does not paralyze the intellect, it empowers it. It empowers us to enter in to the awe and the wonder and the mystery and the joy of being a Christian. Right? And the intellect empowers our faith. The more that we know God on a human level, the more that we can love him in those mysteries. And so this week, and as we're heading into holiday season, and we'll be heading into Advent soon, I invite you just to contemplate, how do you enter into faith? Are you somebody who needs more reasons? Are you somebody who can enter in more blindly into that mystery? Because we need both. And Mary here is our example, as we're going to start walking the journey of her carrying the Christ child through the season of Advent. She is the example of how it is to ask for those reasons and then submit to the will of God when maybe they're not there. So I've been praying about that this week, and I hope you will too. If you want to learn more about Endow, you can dive into an Endow study at www.endowgroups.org, or you can connect with us on Facebook and Instagram at Endow Groups. Have a great week.